Welcome back, Summoners! I'm DJ Sphere.
And I'm Jay.
You're watching the Pro Gaming Series 2014 Summer Promotion. At ito na naman tayo ngayon laban sa pagitan ng Team Mineski versus Team ng Crying. Kanina na itong natin laban sa pagitan ng Team Pacific at ang team ng mga team ng MSI Evo GT.
Yes.
And Pacific got their way back to the Pro Gaming Series 2014 Summer Season. So ngayon mga kaibigan, best of 3 match na naman tayo laban sa pagitan ng Team Mineski at Team ng Crying. So underdog team ang Crying ngayon. They're not, somehow hindi nila alam kung ano yung playstyle na magiging gagawin ngayon ng Team ng Crying. And Team Mineski, bago ang lineup nila ngayon. So hindi rin aware ang Team ng Crying sa mga possible na magiging strategy nila.
Yes.
So let's go mga kaibigan to the banning phase match between Team Mineski at Team ng Crying.
Yes, so Mineski is in the blue side and we have Team Crying on the purple side. Mineski has gone with the first ban on Lulu and looks like Zed has been banned out by Team Crying right away. Second ban coming out from Team Mineski is Kale, and on the right side we can see here Rice has been the second ban for Team Crying. Now I do apologize for the logos right now. They are the incorrect logos, so please ignore that for the meantime.
Yes, medyo kailangan natin ng magandang introduction for our logo. So eto na, Mineski versus Crying. We're looking at the bans, Lulu, Kale versus bans of team ng Crying dito. They banned out Zed and Rice. So, Zed and Rice, both champions for Yume, or ngayon ang pangalan niya ay Mineski Archer. So, not like a usual ban for their team dito. Kung talagang dapat sa mga team na kailangan nila bantayan. I mean, champion na dapat nila bantayan for Yume or Mineski Archer sa laban na to.
That's right. So the final ban coming from Mineski is the Karma ban, and on the other side on Team Crying is the Yasuo. Now Yasuo's been a very powerful champion, but we haven't seen much success of him in the pro scene. So let's see. Well, since he's been banned out, we won't be seeing any of him this game around. First pickup of Mineski is the Lucian in the bottom lane. Now, last game, Lucian did a pretty good job in the laning phase, even though they were having a hard time. But let's see how Lucian will be able to play in this game.
So, for the last ban of Team Mineski, they banned out Karma. For Team Crying, they banned out Yasuo dito. All champions can go to the top lane and mid lane for their team. For Team of Mineski, but on the other hand, for Team of Mineski, they banned out Lulu. Can go to the mid lane or the support role. Kale for top or the mid lane dito. Karma can go to the top, mid, and bottom lane as well. So, mga kaibigan, for the first pick of Team Mineski, they have Lucian, an AD carry for their team. He's a very effective champion na can dominate the bottom lane dito. Like, itong natin kanina, VYY used this champion and at some point, nag-survive sila and they won that game.
Right.
For Team of Crying, they got Ezreal and Kha'Zix for their champion dito. Kha'Zix, sobrang hirap mapigilan. An assassin champion for their team can be very effective in the early part of the game hanggang sa late game dito.
Yes, and both these champions are very high mobility. They both have some form of jump aside from the flash, allowing them to even doing a double jump if they wish to. So of course, let's see how effective Team Crying will be able to utilize both these heroes. Right, so we're looking now at Team Mineski. Mineski taking their time to select the next two champions of theirs. Right now, they have actually locked in the Jax and Morgana. Jax can be a monster in the top lane. We've seen him a while ago. He's really strong, but he just wasn't enough for Team MSI to pull a win with that Jax. Of course, we have Morgana, very good support. We've been seeing a lot of Morgana more and more lately, and of course, she's a good counter pick to teams with a lot of crowd control, especially like Leona.
Lissandra, I mean Team Crying trying to pick Lissandra and Volibear for their lineup dito ngayon. Lissandra can be very effective during the team fight, especially yung kanyang crowd control.
Yes.
She can disable any champion dito for like around 1.5 seconds or 1 second dito sa laban nila, and that would give him the advantage of dominating the team fight dito. She can also use that skill to save herself or use that parang Zonya for his champion dito dahil sobrang hindi siya ma-atake ng kanilang kalaban. So invulnerable siya from any damage output from team ng Mineski dito. And yes, they pick up Kha'Zix, Thresh, and Volibear dito sa lineup nila.
Alright, so Thresh and Volibear, nice pick actually coming out from a Team Crying. Very powerful pick. I've used him also myself in ranked games, being able to dominate really, especially in the early games with his passive, giving him a lot of HP back. Of course, it's similar to Mundo, but his passive is of course automatic, and of course with the heal, actually I just realized it's a really good pick on Volibear. Having the heal basically counters any ignite or anti-healing effect, so this is really a good pick up on Volibear. I should try that out sometime soon.
For the lineup of the Mineski, they're trying to predict Twisted Fate and Riven as well. Twisted Fate, sobrang effective na niya ngayon. Actually, the first time na nakita ko siya dito in the competitive scene ay kay Faker. And ang first item niya after getting yung kanyang Sorcerer's Shoes ay yung kanyang Morellonomicon, so nagbigay sa kanya ng advantage in the laning phase at sa paggang niya in the other lanes.
Yeah.
So let's see kung ano mangyayari dito. I am thinking na ito si Yume or ito si Archer ang gagamit dito kay Twisted Fate dahil Twisted Fate is also one of his best champion pick para sa kanya.
Yeah, and looking at the pick, Riven, I'm not sure if Riven will be the top laner or the jungle. I feel like Riven's better in the lane since she's a very strong lane bully. So we might actually see Jax in the jungle instead. So we have to see how they shuffle their champions. Like you said, even Twisted Fate could be played as an AD carry. So, but most not likely because TF is much more powerful as an AP mid, and of course Morgana would be better as a support. So,
but they pick up Phase para sa kanilang champion dito. For Team Crying, they have Phase for the mid lane. Pang counter to kay Twisted Fate. Why? Kapag gumamit ng pick a card to sa Twisted Fate, you can use your pounce or yung third skill or yung E dito ni Fizz to disengage. I mean, para hindi tumama yung pick a card dito ni Twisted Fate. So, mangyari, every time magkakaroon ng team fight, he can dominate the team fight against Twisted Fate dito with the help of his comrade as well.
Yeah, so both supports picking up Ignite in this game. Actually, 3 Ignites coming from Team Crying on Volibear, Fizz, and Thresh, while on the other side, they've got 2 Ignites. There looks like no teleports this game. Both Riven and Volibear will be slugging it out in the top lane. It'll be really hard to see who will win in the top lane. Of course, Riven is a very good lane bully, but Volibear has a lot of sustain and has high HP even at lower levels.
So, ito na mga kaibigan, while we're waiting sa ating 3-minute delay for our spectator mode, looking at the lineup, Mineski have for the top lane Riven, Jax, Twisted Fate. We have Lucian and Morgana as well. In the bottom lane, we have Lucian and Morgana against Israel and Thresh dito. Who do you think can win the bottom lane dito?
In the bottom lane, I'd have to favor probably Thresh and Ezreal, since Ezreal's mobility will allow him to avoid the dark binding of Morgana. And of course, Thresh, although Lucian could also effectively dodge also the hooks of Thresh, he has the play and the box as well, giving him a much more challenging time to avoid all those spells, unlike Ezreal, who only has to really worry about the dark binding.
Kailangan ng magandang timing dito when it comes to, well, anytime na gumagamit ka ng Thresh talaga, you have to make sure na tama yung death sentence mo to followed up by your teammate na makapag-initiate sa laban dito. But take note, they are against Morgana na merong dark shield or yung kanyang spell shield dito kung saan kapag ginamit yung death sentence, magkoconnect siya kapag tumama with the spell shield pero hindi siya ma-disable. You can still use your death sentence ulit to initiate against your opponent pero hindi siya ganun ka-effective since hindi siya ma-disable.
Yeah, but he can probably follow it up to allow for him to be in closer range. So once that black shield has been burned out, he can use the flay and the box to slow down whoever he's targeting. Of course, still very risky play to go in after someone with a black shield, especially if there's not enough burst damage to break through that black shield of Morgana.
At this point of time, mga kaibigan, in the top lane, Riven versus Volibear, both a champion having their flash and ignite summoner spell, wala silang teleport dito. So unlike the usual top laners natin ngayon sa ating meta, they usually pick up yung kanilang summoner spell na teleport instead of getting the ignite. Kasi, yes, they have the advantage in the lane, during the laning phase, pero kapag nagkaroon sila ng chance to help the other lanes, like in the bottom lane or the mid lane dito, mas malaki sana ng tulong kung magkakaroon sila ng teleport summoner spell. They can do a split push or they can push their lanes dito. Kapag meron silang summoner spell na teleport, hindi nila kailangan ganun na mag-stick together with their team. But since they have the ignite summoner spell, kailangan nilang mag-focus sa laning phase dito at kumuha ng advantage against their opponent or against sa kalaban nila sa lane.
Yes, so I'd like to say hello to all the summoners tuning in tonight. We really apologize again for the delay. We know this matches were supposed to schedule a start at 8 p.m. It's now almost 9:30 or it's 9:30 already.
Yes,
so at least finally we're about to start the game. We already have locked in the game for game 1. We're just waiting for the delay, of course. 3 minutes allowing the teams to play ahead, so there won't be any form of cheating here. And so far the lines up are there, although very aggressive lineup comes from both these teams. Very high priority picks, FZL, Fizz, Gadgets, and on the other end we got Riven, Jackson, TF, even Lucian. So these are gonna be, I think, it's gonna be a slugfest definitely in this game.
So, malaki-laki yung expectation ko sa laban sa pagitan ng Team Crying at ng Team ng Mineski. Crying being the underdog team, they made their way to the PGS by achieving the top 2 ranked challenger team for sa kanilang team dito.
Actually, I wouldn't really call them the underdog, although yes, technically speaking, they are the underdog, but really they're being a question mark because we really don't know who they are.
Yes.
And coming from Mineski, same thing. A lot of their main players have left already, so there's also another question mark. How will they perform from now on? Will they be as good as before or even better? Or will they be subpar to what they used to be?
So I think for the lineup of Team Mineski, the only player na natitira dito na sumali sa Worlds before ay si Mineski Yume. Yung kanilang mid carry na ang pangalan ngayon ay Mineski Archer. At sa lahat na nagtataka, I think they are confused kung sino tong si Bimbo at si Jules. But I'm pretty sure na hindi sila yung player na iniisip nila na kung sino man yun. And I'm pretty sure na sa lineup nila ngayon, they have Noeli, Super Kulit, Archer, Bimbo, and Juice for the team of Mineski. For Team Crying, we have Kirosel, we have Nixta, we have Skyra, Nicknack, and Shitzel. So mga kaibigan, if ever namulat ka ng RP, gusto mong bumili ng skin, gusto mong bumili ng champion dito, at tinadamot ka lumabas ng bahay. So meron tayong tinatawag na feature from GameX sa ating ePins. So ito na mga kaibigan, just visit epins.gamex.ph and then choose the game you are playing. Choose League of Legends. After piliin yung League of Legends, choose the generational denomination you want and then click add to cart. Then enter your mobile number para magkaroon, para malaman kung kanino iti-text yung confirmation code. So, para lamang to sa Smart, TNT, and Sun Cellular subscriber. Now, after that, you will receive the confirmation code and send it to 3161. Ganun lang kadali mga kaibigan, you will receive the e-pin amount na gusto mo dito from GameX. So, maraming salamat GameX sa napakagandang feature. Again, game muna tayo ngayon, match between Team Mineski versus Team ng Crying. Welcome to the Summoners Rift. And still, nag-post na naman tayo to fix their settings sa mga games nila before the game started.
Yes, alright, so you're right now looking on to Mineski's team. They've got the Morgana, the Lucian, the TF, Jax, and the Riven. Riven will be in the top lane while Jax will be playing in the jungle. I'm expecting another Pharaoh Flare on the Jax in the later part of the game. Very effective item on Jax, allowing him to deal even more AD and physical and magic damage onto the opponent with that Pharaoh Flare. Now, onto the other side, of course, this also gives Jax 2 wards if you choose to keep the ward on his inventory on the trinket slot. Now, looks like there will be an early invade coming from Mineski. As you can see here, all 5 members are grouped up together here, going into the blue side. Fizz is all alone, making sure that nobody comes to invade them. I'm not sure if Fizz will stick around there.
So Fizz, Skyra was aware na merong champion dito from team ng Mineski, mga kaibigan. This is they're trying to invade the team members of Crying dito. Crying medyo scattered sila around the map in the mid lane, and they're trying to compensate yung pag-gank or pag-invade dito ng team Mineski sa blue buff ng team Crying.
Yes, actually, I'm really impressed with Crying playing. No, they're playing quite smart and defensive there, not risking anything there. You can see here, of course, Fizz just staying there just to make sure nobody comes in to disrupt their early levels. But I think Mineski is one step ahead of them. Knowing that Team Crying spotted them, they're gonna go on for their own group up. So it looks like this might be a level 1 clash here.
Mineski versus team ng Crying. This is it mga kaibigan. Initiation from Noeli dito. He initiated 5 champion of Team Crying dito, first blood for team ng Mineski. One champion goes on, it's a 1-1 exchange. Noelle got ignited, they have this at first kill. And yes, he somehow successfully disengaged, but Nicknack with the flashing for his champion. It's a double kill for his champion, mga kaibigan. It's a 2 for 3 in total in favor of team ng ng Crying sa laban na to.
Alright, so no more follow-up. So, looks like Team Crying got the best of Mineski there. A lot of summoner spells burned there. The flash from Riven, the ignite of Riven, including the ignite of Morgana, and the flash of Jack. So, this is a huge advantage for Team Crying at the early level. Plus, they picked up 3 kills, but luckily, Mineski Bimbo was able to pick up the first blood. So, that will be a huge gold advantage for him in the bottom lane.
But Jay, mukhang magpapantay lamang sila dito ni Ezreal when it comes to the gold advantage. Since meron silang, even though merong 2-0 score itong si Bimbo, meron namang 2-1-1 score itong si Nicknack, kung saan with that 1 assist, I think that is enough to compensate yung first blood na nabigay dito. First blood bonus for Lucian in the mid lane. Pero let's see, para maging sure tayo sa ating gold bulk. So for around 100 gold difference dito kay Lucian and kay Ezreal.
Yes. Alright, so back into the laning phase. Oh, a Night Dark Binding landing onto Ezreal. That tent is not connected to anybody.
Attempt from Schnitzel in the bottom lane. And he's out. He's team ng Mineski in the bottom lane.
Yes, alright. So, this is only the first game of a best of 3 for Mineski and Team Crime. Of course, whoever wins this match will proceed to the PGS Summer Split.
And take note mga kaibigan, sa lahat ng di nakakaalam, this is a best of 3 match. First game in Team Mineski at Team ng Crying.
That's right. Alright, let's take a quick look at the CS right now. Riven, as expected, is leading the CS, picking up the Doran's Blade at level 1. Volibear will probably struggle in the first few levels, but once he gets a little bit tankier, he should be able to start bullying out Riven if he doesn't get, as long as Riven does not snowball too hard. Lucian using his dash in, trying to do some burst damage here, not successfully hitting anybody there.
Mahirap dito for Volibear na top lane. I think Riven is a good counter for Volibear. Kasi yung kanyang SS dito or yung ultimate skill niya ay more on missing health of his opponent. At napalaki ng HP ni Kairos dito. And the gap coming from Super Makulit in the top lane is taking a lot of damage. Good timing for his passive skill para mag-proc dito and managed to survive the top lane gank. And
yes, and actually Volibear pinging already for some assistance from his team. I don't think, looks like Kha'Zix will not be helping him just yet. Riven will be teleporting back into base now. Here in the bottom lane, looks like Morgana and Lucian have the advantage in terms of push. They are really pressuring the bottom lane here. Wow, Riven doing a lot of damage.
Carousel versus Noelle in the top lane. Napakaganda the performance coming from Carousel ito. Ang flash in as well. And take note, walang flash and ignite doon si Noelle. So, he can't do anything. He can't respond with that performance coming from Carousel in the top lane. I think sobrang nag-boost na lahat ng skill. The summoner spell niya kanina sa nangyaring team fight in the early part of the game.
Yes. Okay, so, well, I'm surprised actually that Volibear won that. Riven could have already got back to the base, but because of the, like you said, the flash remaining on Volibear allowed him to pick up another kill. Ignite is now up for both top laners now. Looking in the bottom lane, wow, Morgan landing another Dark Binding on Ezreal. So far, Juice has been spot on those Dark Bindings, so let's see if he can continue to land
initiation from Skyra mga kaibigan. Medyo napahaga ang kanyang pagpasok dito. Nixta have to initiate as well. We have some lag, but Archer somehow managed to disengage in the mid lane kanina.
Alright. Surprisingly, like I said, Morgana is doing a really good job actually landing those Dark Bindings more often than those Thresholds. There's actually one of the first few Dark Bindings missing. It's Mark here, and in the mid lane, although TF is a really strong champion, I feel like Fizz will definitely dominate in the mid lane if they go toe-to-toe in the game. But in the team fight, of course, if TF is able to position properly, he should be able to pick up a lot more kills.
Dark Binding connected very well mga kaibigan. Napaganda performance from Jules dito. Ignite from one champion in the bottom lane, and he goes down. What a good trade for their team. It's a 1-1 in the bottom lane. At good job for Jules dito, but in favor yun sa team ng Mineski since Bimbo got the kill. Also, nag-survive siya, giving him another chance to get more CS for his champion. Passive mga kaibigan from Carousel has been tapped out in the top lane. Good job. Since hindi level 6 si Riven dito, he can kill Volibear na mabilisan.
Alright, looks like Volibear will be going back to base 202. A Giant's Belt that's gonna be give Riven a lot of problems now.
That is the first recall of Volibear in the top lane dito. So, kaka-restock pa lang niya ng item compared dito kay Noelle na nakauwi na kanina after nakuha yung buhay niya dito ni Carousel.
Yes, alright, looking at the minions though, Riven is definitely leading the CS war against Volibear in the top lane, 43 to 32. That's about 11 CS advantage over the Riven. Of course, Volibear will be able to pick up a few CS while Riven goes back to base to pick up another item. Oh, surprise! He went for another Doran's Blade, probably because he needed that pot, or not enough probably to complete the Brutalize. I think that's where he was heading for, since he already picked up 2 long swords.
Well, it's not a bad idea for his champion to get this item, knowing na hindi, medyo left behind siya talaga siya sa CS. I mean sa advantage na top lane dito. Sayang naman yung uwi niya kung di siya kukuha ng any item. So getting a Doran's Blade, another Doran's Blade for his champion is a good idea to survive or to sustain the top lane dito. Second, blue buff goes to Nixta. And usually kapag ang mga jungler talaga binibigay kagad yung second buff sa ating mga mid laner. But I think medyo gap siya ngayon. Kaka level 6 lang niya. Like super crit din. Kaka level 6 lamang sa laban na to. And he managed to get the red buff. And Kha'Zix managed to get his blue buff once again. Initiation in the bottom lane. Arcane Shift from Nixta, giving a lot of poke damage from for Jules dito in the bottom lane. Carousel against Noelle. So we're looking at the CS 50-46. Hindi ganun kalaki ang kanilang difference.
Yes, alright. So it looks like Kha'Zix is hiding in the bush here in the bottom lane. There is a pink ward to spot out any wards from Mineski, so they are aware that Mineski don't know that Kha'Zix is waiting there in the bush. But until Dark Binding lands on any members of Team Mineski, I don't think any action will happen. There we go. Dark Binding. I'm sorry,
I don't think it's a good idea for Snitzel to do that death sentence. But here's a gap coming from team members of trying to compensate what happened. But it's a 2-for-2 exchange and double kill for Lucian. I don't think it's a good idea for the team to initiate that kind of team fight. But still, enough assist for the team. Pero kung papasin mo, even though 5-7 ang ating score, lamang ang sa goal difference ang team ng Mineski dito. Duo in the top lane against Carousel. Carousel have to use that SS against Noelle. Noelle has been have to use that ultimate as well. Here comes a gap from Super Kulit. And they managed to pick up another kill in the top lane dito. Volibear goes down.
Yes, actually, to be quite honest, I think Volibear would have won that if it weren't for
Yes.
Jax, but Jax was there just in the nick of time to help Riven secure that kill and win that 1v1 that turned out to be a 2v1 at the end of the game.
So Twisted Fate or ito si Mineski Archer will go for, I think was probably going for the Unholy Athens or Athens Unholy Grail for his champion kung saan, yes, like what we mentioned, kumuha siya ng item dito na magbibigay sa kanya ng sustain sa mana in the mid lane against his opponent. So he's most likely going for not that much of a burst damage against his opponent dito, but still very effective for his champion to get enough item para mag-survive in the mid lane dito. Kha'Zix Fizz on the other hand, nahihirapan against dito kay Twisted Fate. I don't think na nakaka-counter niya talaga itong si Twisted Fate during the laning phase.
That's right, and I'd just like to point out that actually, even though, like you said, Mineski is leading, or Crying is leading in champion kills, the gold advantage is on Mineski's side, since all the laners are actually on Mineski are winning in terms of CS right now. 68 to 61 for the top lane, 40 to 31 in the jungle. In the mid lane it's 90 to 74, and in the bottom lane it's 83 to 68. So basically every champion on Mineski has a gold advantage to their counterparts, except for the support of Mineski, of Crying, where Thresh has picked up actually more CS than Morgana so far. Alright, looks like some action going on here. Dark Binding not connecting to anyone. Thresh was quite a close call for Thresh here. First Dragon looks like will be for Mineski here. An attempt.
Almost enough for that Russian barrage mga kaibigan, but Mineski somehow managed to get the first Dragon of this game. Schnitzel goes engaging very deep sa laban na to. Skyra against 3 champion of Team Mineski, and he goes down. Double kill for Bimbo dito. Wala na siyang mana para mag-initiate. Ginamit na ngayon ang SS from Archer. He's chasing down Nixta. Nixta taking a lot of damage and he goes down. And Nick knock as well against two members of Team Mineski. They have to disengage. Lumaki lalo ang goal difference natin sa laban na yun.
That's right. So the third down here in the bottom lane has already been taken down. This is actually a 2-tower advantage for Team Mineski. Both the mid lane and the bottom lane are already down. Only Volibear's third here in the top lane for Team Crying is still up. So Mineski having a strong lead right now so far in the game. Those two towers are very crucial to have map control over the jungle of Team Crying here.
So here comes the duel once again between Kersel and Duel in the top lane dito. Malapit na mag-proc ang kanya passive skill. You have to use the flash out. Duel is still chasing. You have to use the flash in as well. And Kersel taking a lot of damage. I don't think medyo nagtalag siya yata or something is wrong sa kanyang performance that time. Medyo hindi niya ganun nasusulit yung kanyang skill dito. Usually when you're using Riven, you have to press your skill very fast. The performance, I don't think na nakuha niya ang buhay dito ni Volibear. Kersel somehow managed to disengage sa top lane dito.
That's right. Alright, so Volibear 2-1 and 2 right now. Riven actually still losing that matchup 1-1. Although he's leading in CS, he's actually completed his Brutalizer already. And looks like he's probably gonna go for a Tiamat, I think. Based on his items so far, he already has the longsword and the pickaxe. All he needs are the rejuvenation beads plus the recipe, of course. Alright, so right now, Fizz, of course, we all know is actually a really weak farmer at the early lanes, giving TF the advantage in lane. Though Fizz hasn't picked up any kills for himself. It's 0-2 and 5. Honestly, I thought he did pick up a kill a while ago. Apparently, he did not. He must have went to another member of the team Crying there. And right now, TF going 1-0-3, picking up the kill with the ultimate a while ago.
Here comes the gank from Nix na mga kaibigan. Archers versus the Destiny. Ngunit wala siyang mapuntahan dito. Since natamaan siya ng shark coming from Fizz, mga kaibigan. Death sentence attempt from Schnitzel. Dito wala turn around for their team. Almost enough to kill Bimbo, but with that support coming from Jules dito, Morgana somehow managed to save Lucian in that team fight. Very good job, but here comes the gank coming from Nixta. Coming from behind, team members of Mineski use that leap, and he goes down. Not enough with that, I mean, spell shield's not enough for Lucian to survive, and here comes the response coming from team members of Mineski dito. Top in as well, Kersel goes down, and here comes the gank from the bottom lane dito. Nixta taking a lot of damage, Skyra as well. Spell binding, I mean dark binding connected very well to Skyra dito. Death sentence for X-Jules. Skyra one more hit for Makulit, and yes, will flash in. Use of the second skill, he goes down. Nixta goes down as well. It's a 3-4 exchange in favor of Team Mineski.
Team's turret has been
So
destroyed.
Mineski making a lot of plays in the last few minutes, allowing them to push ahead not only in gold lead but in champion kills as well. I have to say, Mineski Jules doing a really good job on that Morgana, landing a lot of those dark bindings, allowing them to pick up kills here in the bottom lane. Thresh, on the other hand, I feel like it's having a really difficult time landing those death sentences on the members of Team Mineski, and with that, allowing Mineski to effectively win that bottom lane. Alright, so now, looking at the kills though, it's 8-2-0 for Lucian, while it's 4-2 and 3 for Ezreal. Actually, Morgana has picked up 1 kill and 4 deaths so far, while Thresh 1, 2, and 6 on the other side. So we'll have to see how this game plays out. So far, of course, Jax is 1, 1, and 5, and Kha'Zix is 2, 3, and 4. The gold advantage is still heavily in favor of Mineski this early in the game.
So this point of time, looking at the item of Jax dito, or ito si Super Kulit, he managed to get yung kanyang Regal's Lantern and going for the Feral Flare for his champion. Mas na makakuha siya ng enough stack for his champion dito. And for Team Mineski, ang laki ng difference nila mga kaibigan. Here's the Destiny coming from Mineski. Archer, Kersel taking a lot of damage. He have to use that Ignite, but it's not enough to save himself. And he goes down sa top lane dito. Good response from Mineski Archer to kill Kersel at top lane.
Yeah, so Noelle is actually now winning his lane, going 3, 2, and 1. Of course, he's received a lot of help in the past few minutes, giving Volibear a very, very hard time to deal with the pressure coming from Team Mineski here. Now, Jax is getting quite strong already. He's really hammering down with upper third with the
Nixta
help of...
trying to come in the bottom lane dito. Soul Shackle has been tapped out from Jules. Almost enough. Yes, he goes down with the ignite from Morgana dito. Bimbo managed to get away in that team fight. It's a 1-1 exchange. Still in favor of Team Mineski. Napakaganda performance ng team ng Morgana dito. Sa buhay pa. Super good at taking a lot of damage as well. Carousel against, Carousel and Skyra against Mineski Archer dito mga kaibigan. He have this first kill. And disengage Dueli using that Q to initiate the fight dito. And here comes the flash in from Mineski Archer just in time. Playful trickster from Skyra in the top lane.
Yeah, Skyra using the playful trickster to excellent timing, negating that gold card coming from TF. It was actually on the way to hit him already. So once actually finishes on the top of his playful trickster, he actually becomes invulnerable from any skill, which allows him to prevent a lot of damage and skills coming from opponents. Wow,
good job for Noelle dito using that ultimate skill to kill one champion mga kaibigan. Sobrang laki na ng burst damage ni Noelle dito with the last whisper and the brutalizer and the big axe for his item. He's most likely going for what do you think? Having this big axe. What do you think his next item dito?
Alright, the death sentence landing, not landing rather.
Here comes the gap from team, 4 members of team crying dito. Noelle taking a lot of damage mga kaibigan. You have this that Q. And they're still chasing down. Good job for Schnitzel dito using the death sentence. And they managed to pick up another kill in that team fight. 16-30 ang ating score. And here comes Super Kulit chasing down Carousel. Even though he's attacking champion, it's still enough for his champion to kill another champion dito. Even sobrang kunat niya. Knick-knack taking a lot of damage as well. Leap from Super Kulit. And here comes the Dark Binding from Jules.
Yeah, Jules doing a really awesome job with those dark bindings. Luckily, Thresh was able to last his last death sentence, which was really key to shutting down Riven, who's actually starting to snowball here. Looks like there we go, a Tiamat already picked up by the Riven, allowing him even more damage in the team fight.
Nixta gank the bottom lane dito mga kaibigan. Bimbo taking a lot of damage. Wala siyang mana dito but they still have the heal for his champion. Ginamit na ngayon niya ang kanyang soul shackle but konti na sana mahawakan niya ang lantern pero hindi siya umabot doon. And they can get the second dragon of this game for team ng Mineski. 18-30 ang ating score, ating goal difference around 9k favor team ng Mineski.
Yeah, that's a pretty big gold lead in favor. Actually, it's now 10.5k gold advantage for team Mineski in the less than 20 minute mark. So based on these stats alone, there's a huge chance that Mineski may snowball this game to a victory as long as they don't make any mistakes. So let's see if Crying can still do something about this. Of course, they only taken down one tower of Team Mineski so far, which is the bot lane. But Mineski being really dominating in terms of probably based on the experience of Yumi. I don't know if Yumi's calling the shots here, but taking out those thirst objectives while picking up kills is the key to winning this game.
We got the Tiamat for his champion mga kaibigan. Noelle against Carousel and Nixta dito. Destiny has been popped out. They have to use the teleport mga kaibigan but they will about his goes down. And Jesse goes down sa laban na to. Destiny, Nixta goes down. Yes, Archer got caught with that shark from Skyra dito. So, nagamit niya kanyang Destiny para mapag-disengage. And he goes down mga kaibigan. It's a 1-1 exchange in the top lane dito. Bad for Archer, but here's the initiation from Skyra mga kaibigan and flash out as well. Yellow card from Mineski Archer dito. Schnitzel got caught with that stun from Mineski Archer dito. And here comes the sentence from Tesh. They're taking a lot of damage mga kaibigan. Not a good trade for team ng Crying. That sentence once again. Bimbo got caught. Here comes the calling from his champion mga kaibigan. Triple trickster from Skyra. Isama managed to pick up another kill for their team. But a heal from Knick-Knack dito to champion team Mineski goes down. And here comes Super Crit. One more champion mga kaibigan to get an unofficial ace. One more mystic shot mga kaibigan from Knick-Knack dito. But yes, with that leap, disengage. Somehow he managed to survive that team fight. So it's a 4-2 exchange in total sa nangyaring top kanina. Nangyari clash kanina sa top lane.
Yeah, that's a pretty good turnout for team Crying. They're picking up a few kills for themselves here. Jax, of course, barely making it out of there. Luckily, actually, the ultimate of Ezreal did not hit him a while ago, allowing him to have enough HP to escape at the end of the day. Alright, so looks like the mid lane, in terms of turns, not much have changed yet. It's still 6 towers to 1 in favor of Team Mineski. Team Crying have to do something about this. The longer they delay this and they don't pick up any towers or objectives for themselves, the larger the gold lead of Team Mineski will get. And right now, with the gold lead and tower advantage Mineski, they are still really strong and in the driver's seat.
You have to do something mga kaibigan sa performance dito ni ni Noeli, even though sobrang laki ng kanyang advantage when it comes to the CS against Volibear. Mapapasin mo yung kill, 4-4-5 yung score dito ni Volibear, ni Carcel dito against Kino na mayroong 4-4-2. So nakakabawi pa rin itong si Volibear or si Carcel sa nakukuha niyang assist during the team fight na mga nangyari kanina.
Yes, that's right. Alright, if you take a look at the map right now, Mineski has a humongous number of wards, especially around the Baron, but they've practically surrounded the whole area and they have complete control of that map.
And Team Crying, so weird na nagkakaroon na ng Baron attempt ang team of Mineski dito, and this is the vision na meron sila. This is the vision na meron ng team ng Mineski. So if ever na may mag-try na mag-defend ng Baron na yun or mag-try na mag-steal ng Baron na yun, you have a lot of wards or a lot of visions for their team. Ito maganda sa team ng Mineski. They have enough vision for their team. 4 na vision ward ang nakadrop dito just to secure that
means
Baron.
Practically every member from Mineski picked up at least one vision ward.
But hindi sila pwede maging kampante dito mga kaibigan. Team Crying have Volibear para sa kanilang tanky champion that can turn around the team fight na mangyayari. But let's see kung ano mangyayari dito sa laban nila between Team Mineski and Team ng Crying. So far ngayon, ito na ang gakate from Team Mineski. They're getting the life of Thresh dito. Thresh have to run away. And they can handle enough poke damage from Mineski Archer dito mga kaibigan. Sobrang layo na ni Schnitzel. He have to use that death sentence connected to Mineski Juice dito. Flash out, not enough to save himself mga kaibigan. Here comes the Destiny. I don't think it's a good idea for Team Crying dito to initiate that team fight. Zonya, Sargas from Mineski Archer dito. They're still chasing the team members of Crying dito. 2 champion of Team Crying trying to disengage. Mineski Archer still chasing down Skyra. Mineski Archer was forced to use that Ghost to secure another kill for their team.
That's right, so it looks like they're gonna try to take out the first base third in the base of Team Cry here in the top lane, and with the amount of damage they have, this should be no problem for them. They probably might even pick up the inhibitor. As you can see here, Jack is just hammering away down this inhibitor. Nothing they can do to stop it.
Nakakatakot talaga yung tunog ng pagkuha dito, or anytime na nagpo-proc yung third hit ito si Super Kulit. They managed to get another objective in the top lane dito, getting the inhibitor turret and inhibitor as well.
That's right. Alright, so minions being cleared out by TF here in the raid camp. Looks like he won't be able to pick up the big raid, but they still have a lot of wards here in the side of Baron. Of course, all those vision wards is excellent for themselves. Crying, doing everything they can to prevent Mineski from picking up the Baron. Volibear placing down a ward, getting spotted by that pink ward. A lot of pink wards are being destroyed now. Volibear in a little bit of trouble here.
Nice dark passage from Schnitzel. Save Volibear in that team fight mga kaibigan. But let's look at the visions of Team Mineski. This is their vision. At ito sa team ng Crying. So if ever na magkaroon ng Baron attempt ang team ng Mineski dito, Team Crying, so where na mangyayari yun. So they can at least try to steal that Baron or contest sa laban na yun.
That's right. Alright, so Volibear already completing, of course, his Sunfire Cape, and it looks like his Radiant is almost completed as well. I think the cloth armor will probably be used for a Thorn Mail if it ever gets that far. And maybe one item to provide him some magic resistance. Probably, I expect to see a Banshee's Veil on the Volibear later on. Alright, Mineski trying to clear out the wards of Team Crying around the Baron pit. They really want to take this Baron already because they know they have a huge lead right now, and with this Baron they could probably close out the game on Team Crying.
Alam mo, at this point of time, Jay, I think Team Crying, the only way for them to survive the team fight dito ay pag tinagalan nila ng sobra yung mga team fight na mangyayari. They have a lot of tankers, pero ito na mga kaibigan na Baron attempt! Hindi enough for Nix na medyo na-lead ang kanyang pag-lead doon, trying to steal that Baron. Here comes the Soul Shackle. One champion goes down for Team Mineski dito. It's a 1-1 exchange, 2-for-1 exchange na mga kaibigan. Kha'Zix and Fizz goes down. Here comes the counter strike for Super Kulit. But he was ignited and he goes on. Destiny from Archer dito. Nicknack taking a lot of damage against Archer. And Bimbo, it's an ace for the team. 2-4-5 exchange in favor of Dino Mineski. It's about time
Actually,
to end this
Mineski
game.
can actually... No, I don't think they'll make it. Looks like Bimbo will try to take down at least one
Not
third.
wasting any time. We want to end this game as soon as possible. And since meron pang 5 seconds left bago mabuhay ito si Volibear, Tinanis managed to get that first Nexus turret dito. Kha'Zix 1 second, and here comes Thresh. Fizz goes up as well, and they're trying to stop Bimbo or Lucian push that Nexus for their team.
Yes, looks like the inhibitor or the Nexus is now exposed to the welcoming of Mineski to take out. So now this is really a lot of problems for Team Crying. They're so behind already. Although the kill count is only about 10 kills, this is a huge advantage, especially 27 minutes into the game. The gold lead is over 15,000 right now, and Mineski is just not stopping yet. Right, actually a while ago, Mineski could have probably ended the game if the two other members decided to join Lucian in pushing the game, but since only Lucian was the only one there, the game will have to go play on for another few minutes.
Nakalas din tapat mga kaibigan. Jules, after his flash in, trying to chase down Nicknack, but Schnitzel goes down instead. And here comes the gang from Nixta, getting the life of Jules dito. Destiny has been tapped out. Here comes Mineski Archer trying to respond, getting the life of Nixta dito. With the use of that Pika card, he was about to go down. One more hit mga kaibigan from Archer dito. I think wala siyang flash so he can chase down Nixta, but meron siyang mobility being an AP champion like Twisted Fate. But with the last hit of his first kill or Q skill, he managed to pick up another kill dito sa laban. 33-21
GG
score.
already. There's only Fizz and Ezreal left, although...
I don't think they can defend this Nexus.
Yeah, I don't think so too. Alright, so anyway, the game will be almost over, I think, and let's see if Crying gets to do anything to stop Mineski here, but Mineski is just, I think, a bit too strong for them to handle at this point in the game.
They should have ended here. Kaya na nilang wahakan yung Nexus dito, and here comes Lucian, Bimbo, and Noeli for the first game of match between Team Mineski versus Team ng Crying.
Yes,
Congratulations, Team Mineski sa laban
congrats
to.
to the members of Mineski for picking up the first win of the day, or first win of the night rather, against Team Crying. Now there's still at least one more match between Crying and Mineski. Let's go ahead and take a look at the stats before we take a short break.
Let's go sa ating match stats ngayong araw na to mga kaibigan. Team Mineski versus Team ng Crying ngayong araw na to. Unfortunately, Crying's lineup isn't that good enough to go against Team ng Mineski. I don't think na napakagandang pick for their team to have Volibear for the top lane against a Riven. Even though, yes, Volibear is a good choice, pero wala siya magagawa eh. In the late game, wala siya nagagawa dito. Hindi siya gano'n na effective against a Riven. Riven can burst down any champion dito. Even Volibear, kung papansin mo, kahit may passive skill siya dito, nawawala lahat ng HP niya during the team fight. So at this point of time, Jace, kanino mo ibibigay yung MVP award for Team ng Mineski?
For Team Mineski, I'd have to say it probably is even though Lucian had more kills, I'd have to give it to Mineski Archer because Yumi did a really good job of ganking the top and the bottom lane, making a lot of plays, allowing the bottom lane to snowball and the top lane as well.
Yes,
so,
he secured any lanes dito. So very good job for Mineski Archer or Mineski Yumi sa laban nila against Team ng Crying.
Yes,
Congratulations Team Mineski for your first win for tonight. Meron pa tayo next team mga kaibigan, match between Team Mineski versus Team ng Crying. Again, I am VG Sphere.
And I'm Jay.
You're watching the Pro Gaming Series 2014 Summer Promotion. Kita-kits tayo ulit after a few minute break.